As an enlisted Marine and as a Marine Corps officer, I developed a profound appreciation for our core values: honor, courage, and commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, Fred Howe embodies those values to his very core being. I'd like to elaborate on that briefly. Honor. As a graduate of the Citadel, Fred is part of a long lineage of one of the most virtuous organizations in history. The Citadel's core values, honor, duty, and respect, were no doubt ingrained in Fred as a cadet. And I can tell you that they govern his every action to this day. Under the Citadel Honor Code, a cadet does not lie, does not cheat, does not steal, nor tolerate those who do. Ask anyone who knows Fred, personally or professionally, and they'll tell you he doesn't sugarcoat things. I can tell you, after working with him on city council, he's an absolute straight shooter. And indeed, you always know where Fred stands. With Fred, what you see is truly what you get. He has gracefully accepted his roles and his responsibilities as a city councilman and consistently works hard to meet his constituents' demands and their desires. And I can tell you that that's not always an easy thing to do. Courage. Having served with Fred on the city council for the past 2 years, I believe it has, maybe a little over 2 years. My, how time flies. I can tell you that Fred has exhibited courage standing up for the city taxpayers regarding expenditures of funds, as well as a host of concerns that his constituents often bring to his plate. And he has the courage to dig into the issues, ask the tough questions, and not simply rubber stamp a recommendation that comes forth from city staff. Without fail, Fred has been a man of courage, looking out for every city resident. Commitment. Fred made a decision to establish his business here 10 years ago. He and his wife Tanya had grown their business even during the Great Recession. Through incredibly tough economic times, Fred remained committed to his employees and committed to keeping his business doors open in the city. His business perspective is critical to properly running a city in a fiscally responsible manner. As I've said, I've had the distinct pleasure of serving on city council with Fred for the past 2 years. His style of governing, of being deeply engaged and very willing to question the status quo and put forth superior alternatives. Honor, courage, and commitment. These traits define Fred Howe, and he's going to make an outstanding mayor for the city of Fredericksburg. So without further ado, I take great pleasure in introducing Fredericksburg's next mayor, Fred Howe.